Hi Gemini, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot readings from the heart. Sorry, I've got these the wrong way around. So this is your love reading for the month of July 2018. These are going up slightly early because I'm recording via my video camera, and that takes ages to render and then upload and that type of thing. So I'm getting everything done for the next month coming in slightly earlier, so that I know that I've got time to really, because everything else I'm recording, I don't really like recording on Movie Maker because I don't think the quality of the video is very good, and my Mavavi shit, which is really nice recording, the picture is nice, the sound is terrible, and I just can't really risk on my YouTube videos you know, having poor sound quality. So that's why we're doing you know, getting everything up early for you guys from now on. So we've got the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan that we're going to be using this month for your reading. You've already got a bonus reading up as well, so check that out. So for those of you who are finding it difficult, or what's blocking you from finding true love, is the reading that's gone up before this, and then you've got this love reading, and also you've got a general reading that's coming up as well. We're using the Romance Angels as your advice card. So first of all, we're going to do singles, and then we're going to do couples, and then we're going to do singles. Okay, so everybody gets covered. So we're going to, for the couples, do your advice card. What's the advice card you've got for couples for the month? So those in relationships, what's the advice? Codependency came out. Can you see that? It says addictions are affecting your romantic life. So that could be an addiction for anything. It could be drug abuse. It could be just emotional addictions, not being able to give each other the space and the time that you need just to be independent and do stuff. Codependency is when you're dependent on something. So that codependency can also be dependency between two lovers. So just be aware of that for the month of July 2018. So we're going to put that to one side, and probably if I just turn my fan up a little bit, it's a pretty hot day today. So just going to get the cards out here, and let's have a look for love in the month of July for couples. Okay, so didn't realise that a lot of these are actually reversed, which is a bit shit, because I didn't realise that. We're not using reversals in these readings today. We're going to see what comes up just with the uprights. Not because people moan about reversals, but because I just want to see what you know, the uprights will be about. I should have really uprighted everything before I started. I didn't realise. I haven't used this deck in ages. I've got loads of these decks of the Witch's Tarot, but I haven't actually used this particular deck in quite a while, so that's why I didn't know that there were a lot of reversals in the actual. Sorry about this, guys. What an embarrassment. Hang on, let's have a look. We're nearly there. Yeah, next time, Carol, make sure that you check through your deck of cards before you start the reading. Yeah, everything needs to be uprighted here. There we go. We're nearly done, guys. Sorry about this. I can be terribly forgetful at times. Okay. There we go. There we go. Nearly there. Nearly there. Right. There we go. Alright. Everything's in the upright now. So let's have a look. Let's put this here. Right. Universally, what's coming in for coupled up Geminis in love in the month of July 2018? What's coming up for coupled up Geminis? The Ace of Coins is your present situation. That's all about the potential for commitment or a commitment. Show me the rest of the spread, please. Show me the rest of the spread, please. What's coming up for Geminis in the month of July? So this is those Geminis who are actually in relationships. What's coming up for Geminis in the month of July? So people who are in couples, Geminis who are in couples for the month of July 2018, show me. Alright, we're going to split the deck in three, and we're going to just put the other cards around this one that so ardently came out that I had to take it. We'll put this make sure that this is kind of at the bottom here. Let's have a look. So what I want to do, there we go. There we go. Push this down a bit. Actually, we'll put that there, I think would be better. So we know the situation is all about commitment. you've got a an Ace of Pentacles showing here. Let's have a look. This is the external factors. There we go. There we go. Okay. I hope that's neat enough. I don't like the way that looks, actually. Sorry, a little bit of a OCD sometimes. There we go. Right. There we are. Okay. Sorry. I need to push it down again. You guys are going to go mad at me, I know. What is wrong with this woman? Alright, there we go. That will do. So, the situation is about commitment. Ace of Coins. See, Ace of Coins is potential. Ace of Coins, all aces represent raw potential. It's as simple as that. They're not the finished article by a long shot. So this is all about the potential for commitment, or this is all about a grounded new beginning in which the focus for you guys might be, in terms of being in your relationship, the focus is on a grounded new beginning, okay, in which there could be success and growth in the future. Now, the external factors, what's contributing to this is the Chariot. So you guys are moving forward together with another individual here. It might be that with the Chariot you've got a few bumps in the road concerning this relationship, but the focus is on, you know, making it. The focus is on getting to that goal with the Chariot energy. And as a result of that, the focus... See, I can read the Chariot in many ways. I could read this as one person who's kind of like playing with a couple of people. It can often be that with the Chariot. But if you're just looking at the general word of the Chariot is after a time of hard fought battle, you actually win. So this is all about winning, is the Chariot. And the external factors, it could be about a Cancerian individual, which Chariots are, but it can also be about the home, love, nurturing within the home, in which the focus for the month of July is on, you know, this grounded new beginning that you've got with this person with you, who you are looking to build this relationship with. So really success and building that up through the month of July 2018, because the reason that everything is happening is because of the King of Wands. So the King of Wands could be a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, male or female for the purposes of the general reading. But this is somebody who's very motivated to have these things as well. It doesn't have to be a fire sign, but definitely lots of fire goes with this, because the King of Wands is often somebody who is often very, very motivated, very ambitious for a cause, very, very determined, and has a great deal of desire to make things happen. He makes things happen. With the Magician, this is a very dynamic individual. So I think that the reason that everything is happening is that there is someone around you, Gemini, that is very, very motivated to have this thing happen. And in the recent past, as a result of that, though, we've got the Seven of Rods. I think against all odds. I think that this person has been determined to make this thing happen, and it's around this, it's against all odds. Even if people are telling this person, it's over, let go, finish it, this person will be determined to have this happen against all odds. Now, your challenge for the month is the Ten of Swords. There's been a lot of hurt in this relationship, a lot of hurt. There's been a lot of betrayal. There could have even been some cheating or something like that. This codependency, it might be that you're very codependent on this individual, especially if this person's hurt you a great deal. But the focus will be on a new beginning, making a new grounded beginning in this relationship, one that you can build on. Because I think that somebody wants it that way, this King of Wands. I think the person around you wants it like that. I think against all odds, they want to have this grounded new beginning. And also because the challenge is that some of you, and I would read you as being the Ten of Swords, you've been very, very hurt. And I think for some of you guys in relationships, you might have even, you know, come to the point where you've completely given up with that Ten of Swords in your challenge position. But because this is your challenge, the focus will be on overcoming this. So you've got this 10, ending of a cycle, and the new beginning card of the 8. So the focus will be on, you know, this new beginning, coming out of this very destructive, very negative energy, very mentally oppressive energy that some of you Geminis are feeling, and starting over again and building for sure for the future. The most likely outcome for the month of July will be the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is all about taking time out. I think the most likely outcome is you guys, because you're showing, I think, as the sword energy here, because you're Gemini, taking time out to think about the situation, to contemplate what is best for you. Coming in, what you're going to experience is the Four of Coins as well. So the Four of Coins is, I think that this is more about trying to protect your property, protect your home, protect what you've built up with this Four of Pentacles energy, because that's the immediate future. The influence, this can be a card where you're gaining. I don't think it's a rejection card. Four of Coins can show as rejection, and it can show as somebody who's pushing you out, but I don't think it's that. I think that this is the need to protect the home. You can see the man sitting at the door and he's protecting his investment. So I think that this relationship in the immediate future in July is all about, it's not so much about the love, it's about saying, well, maybe this is the right thing to do because I need to protect what we have. Maybe it's something to do with the children, but what we've built up together, I need to protect that and keep that safe. Influences coming in are the Seven of Swords. You've got, see, this can be read as a Gemini card as well, the Seven of Swords. So I would probably read this as you. Influences coming in are you finding, I don't think that this is deceit. It could be deceit, but I don't really want to read it that way. I think that this is all about you guys using some very clever tactics to get what you want. I think I'm reading the Seven of Swords as you. Hopes or fears. Fears are the Five of Coins, having to abandon the relationship. The relationship lacks any positivity, any type of grounding, and having to probably abandon the relationship in light of that. The overall outcome shows there's dissatisfaction here for some reason with the Four of Cups in the overall outcome. I didn't expect that. See what I mean? A lot of people want to moan about there being reversals, but you can even get a reading that's not so great when you get that, and you've got fours. Now usually you've got 3 fours here. Usually when you get fours, they are the starting to build something secure and stable. But I think the stability, you've got one of each except, yeah, you've got a cup. You got it. The only thing you don't have is the Four of Wands, and that's the happy card. These are usually the cards that say that there's something not so happy going on. So you've got the most likely outcome being the Four of Swords, a time of withdrawal to contemplate, mental contemplation. Coming in the immediate future is the need to protect the assets in the relationship, and the overall outcome is emotionally feeling unhappy. So you've got the emotional unhappiness of the Four of Cups, the needing to protect the value, the money, the assets of the Four of Pentacles. And I get the sense that these 3 fours, for me, okay, are all about, and if you add up the 3 fours, they come to a number 12. They're a Hanged Man card. So this is all about you guys, I think, with these 3 fours, taking a step back to assess and evaluate this relationship. Because 3 fours come up to 12, and 12 in the majors is the Hanged Man. If you reduce down a number, these fours, if you go to a number 12, the Hanged Man, and reduce it down, it goes to a number 3, the Empress. It's almost like you need to take a step back to try and build again on this relationship, I think, for some of you guys. Let's get some clarifiers. What's the Chariot about? What's the Chariot about? Alright, so the Chariot is about the Queen of Swords. Okay, and that could be you. Queen of Swords, could be Gemini, but usually it's a Libra. Usually this is ideas. I don't always read court cards as being people. Sometimes I'll read them as energy. So I think that the external factors is moving forward for some of you guys. Okay, overcoming blockages with this Chariot energy. And I think this is blockages in terms of maybe communication and ideas with this Queen of Swords energy. So I think that some of you guys, the external factors of your relationships, if you're in a relationship, you're a couple, this is all about trying to overcome and move forward. So you're moving forward and overcoming blockages, and these blockages are to do with the ideas or communication or honesty. It's all about trying to overcome some blockages and move forward in terms of your ideas with this Queen of Swords, and also the way that you communicate honestly and openly with the partner with the Queen of Swords energy, because the root issue is all about a King of Wands. And what's this King of Wands here for? What's this King of Wands here for? I think that this person has been very slow. But also I think this person's showing up because with the Knight of Coins energy, this person's very dedicated. Knight of Coins can show us somebody who's very dedicated, and we do have this card as a result of this, which is a grounded new beginning, because a King of Wands. This person's very motivated and very passionate. I think this person shows up because they're very dedicated towards this. So I think that we've got a man, male, female, could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person who's very dedicated to building, because Pentacles, especially the Knight of Pentacles, is classed as being the builder of the tarot. So this would be an architect, for example, or somebody who works on housing projects. This person works towards a goal, but he builds it very slowly. So I think that you've got a person around you who's very, very motivated and motivated and very ambitious and very dedicated to build a life with you, Gemini. But as a result of that, you've got this Ace of Pentacles. But let's have a look at the recent past. Now, as a result of this, in the recent past, we found the Seven of Wands. So we're going to read this separately now. What's this Seven of Wands about? What's the Seven of Wands about? Okay, so it's about the Five of Wands. There's been challenges here, and those challenges are to do with arguments and fights. Five of Wands is arguments and fights. Or this can be competitors as well. So I think there's a man or a woman around you who's very dedicated to build this relationship with the Knight of Coins. But I think that what you've experienced as a result of that is a lot of challenges. It might be that you have put limitations on this with the Seven of Wands. Because I think there's somebody else around who's very dedicated to have this. But it might be you as the Seven of Wands that have put some limitations on this because there's been some fights, arguments. It might be because this person's got other people around them with that Five of Wands. But I think it's because there's been fights and arguments. So you're saying, yeah, you might be dedicated to building something in this relationship. But, you know, I'm a little bit wary with this Seven of Wands of that because there's been a lot of fights in this relationship showing up here. And my challenge is the Ten of Swords. So why is the challenge for Gemini the Ten of Swords? What's this Ten of Swords about? Why is the challenge for Gemini the Ten of Swords? Well, the Ten of Coins, it's about the Ten of Coins. So there could be a great deal of hurt. There's two tens here as well. So tens mean the end of the road, changes, completion. I think there were great changes in this relationship. I think that your challenge is the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is doubt, feeling hurt, failure. Your challenge might be there's been a great deal of failure in this relationship. It's to do with the home. Ten of Coins is to do with the home. Okay, long-term relationship. You might have given up on this long-term relationship. There might have been betrayal in this relationship. Ten of Swords is betrayal. So your challenge might be, well, there's been betrayal in this relationship, or I've given up on this relationship. With that Ten of Coins energy showing there. Okay. And therefore, the focus for the month will be the Ace of Coins. And what is it about this Ace of Coins? You said the focus for the month of July will be the Ace of Coins for coupled up Geminis. And what's this Ace of Coins about? The Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is all about guilt and worry. So the focus for the month will be on building a new reality. A new start, a new grounded beginning to which you and the partner work towards. But this is all about you guys being worried. Let me see what this worry is about. What's the Nine of Swords? We need another card. What's this Nine of Swords about? What's this Nine of Swords about? Three of Swords. I think some of you guys are going to be very worried that, you know, maybe there's third party, but very worried about separation. Three of Swords is separation and the Nine of Swords is worry. So your focus will be on a grounded new beginning, starting to build this relationship up again with the Ace of Coins, because I think some of you guys are worried about separation. You might be worried about this person separating from you, but I think that this person, I don't necessarily think it's you, I think it's this person that's worried about it, because the reason that everything is happening is because this person here, this King of Wands, so this King of Wands here, I think this person here is very dedicated to building a relationship with you, and I think as a result of that you will work with this person to build this relationship for the future with the Ace of Coins, because there is the worry, I think it's actually for the both of you, that this relationship is going to separate. There could even, for some of you guys, be divorce with the Three of Swords. There might be worries about divorce with the Three of Swords energy. So I think it's in the interest that both of you are going to work towards building this relationship. Because I think in the recent past there's been arguments and challenges. Somebody also has been trying to defend themselves against an argument here with the Five of Wands. Against a fight. Against bickering. I'm seeing a lot of kind of very tense energy with those two cards. Because the challenge is betrayal. Perhaps there was betrayal within this relationship. Maybe there was an affair. And that's why you guys are trying to build this relationship. Because the both of you are worried with the Nine of Swords that you're going to have to divorce or separate with the Three of Swords. But the most likely outcome will be the Four of Swords. And what's this Four of Swords about? What's the Four of Swords about? Okay. So this is all about withdrawal, I think. So I think that this is all about withdrawing from the Tower. The Four of Swords is about withdrawing. Not putting any energy into a situation, letting something go, taking a rest, recovery. I think the most likely outcome will be recovery. Recovery from this Tower. I think recovering probably from a major shock or some chaos, because the Tower is all about chaos and the Four of Swords is about recovery. I think the most likely outcome will be that you guys are going to recover from this huge shake-up that's been happening within the relationship. The Tower is a massive card. So I think in this instance, the Tower is something that's shaken the relationship. It's not always about breakup for Tower. Sometimes this is a relationship that's going through a really rocky patch. But the Four of Swords is all about recovering. I think they will be recovering from this massive chaos that you guys have been going through. Massive shake-up. Or healing after the Tower. Okay, so it's almost like you need a breakdown in this relationship to have the breakthrough. Coming in, you guys will experience in the immediate future the Four of Pentacles. What's this Four of Pentacles about? What's the Four of Pentacles about? The Lovers. Okay, so I think that you guys are going to experience feeling quite secure, and the security is about your relationship. So I think that you will go through a time of peace. You can read that Four of Coins many a way. Many ways. This card can represent blockages as well, but I don't think that this is blockages, because this Four of Swords, I think, is healing and recovery. And when I'm asking, well, what's the healing and recovery about from? It's about the Tower. So you've gone through a huge shake-up, I think, for some of you guys in a relationship, but you're going to recover from that in these two energies showing here. Here we see arguments. Somebody trying to defend themselves. What are you trying to defend yourself from? An argument. So you've experienced somebody, one of you, trying to defend yourself in the face of arguments, accusations, bickering with the Five of Wands. Because there's been some betrayal. What's this betrayal about? The family, the relationship, the Ten of Coins. There's been some betrayal in that. But I think that as a result of these two energies here showing up, it could be blockages. The Four of Coins can show blockages. The Lovers doesn't tell us much, because the Lovers is about love. So you've got to try and decide, well, what is that card? Because the Tarot has many meanings. It's not like we had a Two of Swords, which a Two of Swords can be a mental blockage. You know, so we could have said, well, the Four of Coins is about blockages. Well, what's it about, the Two of Swords? Somebody who's mentally blocking someone out. It's about the Lovers. And actually, Gemini, that's you as well. Maybe you decide to hold on to a relationship. Maybe this is a choice that you Gems made. Maybe you make a head over a heart decision. Head over a heart decision with the Lover's energy would be to hold on to a relationship for financial gain, or for example, for comfort, for security. So you guys might be feeling very secure. Four of Coins can represent security as well. Some of you guys in the immediate future might be feeling very secure in this relationship, the Lovers. It's just that it bothers me it comes off the back of those two. Coming in, what you're going to experience is the Seven of Swords. And what's this Seven of Swords about? What's this Seven of Swords about? The Nine of Coins. See, the Nine of Coins is about financial independence. So a lot of this is to do with money as well, I think. I think a lot of it is to do with money. I think that some of you guys are actually trying to hold on to a relationship here. It's about the Lovers. I think that you're going to try and hold on with that Four of Coins to this relationship, because influences are coming in, Seven of Swords. I would say that this is you guys here, Gemini, and you're using your mind. You're using your smarts. And that is how you hold on to your independence, financial independence, how you hold on to maintaining that feeling of being okay financially. I think the Nine of Coins, I think this is about finance for some of you guys. I think for some of you guys this is a relationship of convenience. And maybe that's what the codependency is. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. The addiction might be to security, for example. I don't think that you're addicted to the person for some of you guys. I think that what you're addicted to for some of you guys is the finances and is the lifestyle. So the Seven of Swords says, I need to be smart. So influence is coming in. I would read the Seven of Swords as being a Gemini person and say that this is you guys who are being very clever and very smart regarding the money that you have in this relationship, regarding your financial security. So it's finding a way to hold on to that, because I think that you guys are holding on to this relationship And as a result of that, the influences coming in is you guys finding a way to be very smart about the finances that you have. It might also be that you're doing some research with that Seven of Swords into the finances, but it doesn't show the Ten of Coins, the family finances. So this might be in either to this person's finances or into maybe how secure you're going to be, for example. I think a lot of this is to do with finances, because your fears are the Five of Coins. What's this Five of Coins about? What's this Five of Coins about? Death. So your fears are really abandonment, because it's about death. The ending of the relationship. It might be your fears of Five of Coins, financial instability. And it's all about the ending of this relationship. But I don't think it's that. I think it's the ending of this connection, because you've got the Six of Coins. Six of Cups is the soulmate card, the ending of this soulmate relationship, for example. So the fears are abandonment. I think it's, you know, for you gems, when I look at this reading, it almost looks like it's twofold. On the one hand, for some of you guys, it is about your comfort, and it is about how, you know, how settled you are in terms of finances. We don't have a lot of financial cards, no, but we do have some, and it feels kind of strong. But for some of you guys, you are literally really worried at losing this connection with this individual. The outcome is the Four of Cups. What's this Four of Cups about? What's the Four of Cups about? There's unhappiness in this relationship, the Two of Cups. It's about your connection. There's unhappiness in the connection, the shared feelings. But also agreeing. What's this Two of Cups about? What's the agreement about? The Nine of Cups. The agreement is all about being happy and contented. There's a certain discontentment, and this is about your agreement in terms of your happiness or feeling happy. It's almost like you don't agree, because the Four of Cups is the first card. It says that in the outcome there's discontent, dissatisfaction, and that dissatisfaction is all about you agreeing that you're happy in this relationship. Two of Cups is not just a relationship, it's an agreement. And the Nine of Cups is the the happiness, the contentment, the satisfaction. So I feel that there's unhappiness here, and that unhappiness is about you guys agreeing that you're satisfied in this relationship, because I don't think that you are satisfied. I think coming in, you try and hold on, Four of Coins. It might be that this person here wants to hold on to this relationship, but influences coming in are you guys, the Seven of Swords. It might be that you're trying to find a way in which you can get yourself out of it. Maybe find yourself being independent again with the Nine of Coins. So it might be that you guys, being the Seven of Swords, are trying to find a way in which you can gain your independence. I think it's this person here who's trying to hold on to this relationship. I think this person probably cheated in this relationship. I think this person here, this King of Wands, is the codependent individual. I think you, Gemini, are not dependent on this relationship. I think you could easily walk away from it. Some of you guys, it might be that you're afraid with the Five of Coins of abandoning the relationship, because then it means death. Probably an ending for the children as well, if you've got children. Well, this is simply just an ending of this connection. It looks to me like you agree, because the most likely outcome is healing from the Tower. So healing from this huge chaotic period that some of you guys have been through. But the overall outcome is, well, I'm unhappy. What are you unhappy about? Well, I'm unhappy because I agreed to try and, you know, be happy in this relationship. I agreed that I'm satisfied with the way that things are going, because this person wants to hold on to our relationship here. But the overall outcome is I'm unhappy because I'm not really agreeing to this. I'm not agreeing. I agreed. I'm unhappy because I agreed that I was satisfied, and I'm not really satisfied in this relationship. I think that some of you guys aren't satisfied, but it will be because of what somebody did. Let's quickly go through this reading again for you couples. I think for you couples, Geminis, the external factors show that you guys are trying to move forward with your partner, with this Chariot energy, trying to overcome some negative opposing forces, and that's to do with ideas and communication. So you're trying to overcome obstacles in terms of, I think, communicating clearly with one another. And as a result of that, the focus will be about a new grounded beginning, building something new for the future with the partner, because I think that some of you guys are worried. Both of you might be worried about having to separate. Because the root issue is you've got a Knight, a King of Wands here. A male or a female, fire sign, doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be, but somebody who's very dedicated to building this relationship. But I think in the recent past, some of you guys have experienced the Seven of Wands challenges with that Seven of Wands energy. Alright? Or it could be accusations, or maybe you've accused a partner or something like that, because this is all about arguments. So I think you've experienced challenges through the petty bickering you've had with this partner, because I think that your challenges, there's been some betrayal here within this relationship. Could have been an affair, for example. And that's why the focus will be on trying to rebuild this relationship with the Ace of Coins, because you're worried about separating. Both of you are worried that this is going to go down the route of divorce, probably, if you're married. Most likely outcome is there's going to be healing. Healing from this tower, this massive shock in the relationship, this massive chaos, this massive shift that's occurred. Coming in, I think that this partner here is going to be the one, or it could be both of you trying to hold on to this relationship. But I think that you guys are going to be making secret plans to go it alone with the Nine of Coins. Your fears are, well, shit, I'm going to have to abandon this relationship. And it's all about having to end this connection. But the outcome, I feel, is saying, well, by the end of July, some of you guys, Gemini, will be unhappy. And that unhappiness is about you guys agreeing that you're satisfied when you're clearly not. I think some of you guys are not satisfied in a relationship, and you will be looking to make plans to remove yourself from it. And I think it's probably because there's a partner that you couldn't trust. This partner looks like they're trying to make up for it now. But the problem is, I think for some of you guys, that the damage has been done already. And the universe is saying, well, this is, the advice is codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So for some of you guys, you're in a relationship for the wrong reason. Both you and the partner may be in a relationship for the wrong reason, and it might be time to release yourself from that. Singles. Obviously singles using Witches Tarot and Romance Angels for your reading. Put that over there, like so. And yeah, let's make a start. So we're going to get your advice card for singles first. So Universe Spirit, what is the advice you have for singles? Love reading for Geminis in the month of July 2018. What's the advice that you have for singles? Show me. It says you deserve love. Okay, so you are lovable. Just remember that if you're down on yourself, if you're, you know, if you're speaking negative, remember words come from the mouth, yeah? So life and death is in the tongue, basically. All right. So if you know, if you're using self-deprecating language to oneself, then you're not going to find the perfect partner. So it's saying you do deserve love, and just remember that, okay? So the more positive you become, the more likely it is you'll start to attract the very thing that you become, the very thing that you are. So Universe Spirit, show me, what is the what are the messages you have for single Geminis in the month of June 2018? Right, so you've got the Queen of Cups showing us your present situation here. And this is all about acceptance. Showing what's coming in around Geminis around this card. Single Geminis who are looking for love, or they might not be. But what's the messages that you have for single Geminis in terms of their love lives in the month of June 2018? Show me around this Queen of Cups. So we're going to split the deck into three. 1, 2, 3, like so. Alright, so let's have a look. So that's your challenge. This is the root issue. This is the recent past. This is the most likely outcome. This is the immediate future. This is the external factors. Or I'll read this because it's singles reading. This is the you now position. So this is who you are in the month of July 2018. Here we go. This is the influences coming in. Hopes or fears, and the overall outcome. Okay. Right, let's have a look. So, where do we start? So, who are you guys in July 2018? You're the Two of Coins. Okay, so it might be some of you guys, you're single, so you might be just playing with options. Two of Coins is playing with options, okay? Two of Coins is, you know, internet dating. Two of Coins is, well, I'm seeing this person tomorrow and then I'll see this person on Thursday. So you might be playing with options with the Two of Coins energy showing here. You might also just be weighing things up. Some of you guys might be very busy with work as well. You might have a lot of responsibilities. You might be juggling many things being single. But as a result of that, I think that with this Queen of Cups, it's given you time to do a little bit of personal introspection with that Queen of Cups energy. Because the root issue for you singles is the Page of Wands. So there might be a younger fire sign around you. Could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or this is something to do with news, or it's something to do with communication, or it's something to do with being quite playful and getting out there and doing lots of things. Or maybe there's something like an announcement here. In the recent past, you guys have experienced the Knight of Wands. So I think there was a lover, somebody came in for some of you guys. I think you had news, communication with a lover, or, you know, you had a new relationship, because when you get pages, they're all about new things as well. They're like the aces. So Page of Cups would be a new relationship. Page of Wands might be a new passion. So the root issue might be about a new passion in which somebody came in. Knight of Wands could be Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, or just somebody, you know, rushed into your life. This Knight of Wands can also be players. Knight of Wands energies can. Your challenge this month is the Empress. So the challenge with the Empress is all about nurturing and love. But I think that this isn't a challenge. I think that this is an influence for the month. I think that you guys are very influenced with the Empress energy on finding a relationship in which you can love, on finding a relationship that you can nurture, that you can build with this Empress, which is why I think you guys are going through an emotionally introspective stage in the month of July 2018, because you're sick of probably having these very flash in the pan relationships that don't really mean anything and don't build to be anything. The most likely outcome will be justice. You're going to have love. You're going to find your justice. You're going to find what you want. You're going to get what you deserve. You deserve love. If you carry on saying that to yourself, you will get your justice. You'll get what you want. You'll get what you deserve. The immediate future for July shows a Three of Cups. So Three of Cups are friendships, partnerships. Could be something to do with group meetings with this Three of Cups energy showing here. You might be going out to a party or socialise or something like that. Influence is coming in though. We've got the Five of Cups. Feeling a little bit sad, feeling maybe a little bit disappointed. Could be a party here, but coming in probably feeling a little bit disappointed. Hopes, well, fears of the Four of Cups. Four of Cups really is about, well, not finding the one. People offer you love, people show you interest, but kind of like, nah, not really interested in that. So I think that your fears are feeling disappointed and not finding. I think that you guys do want love here, but I think that you're sick of meeting these type of individuals. It might be that you met, you know, a very interesting fire sign here, and in the recent past somebody else here. But these really are people that just kind of pass through. They're not really sustainable. Not unless you get it with cards where you're building something, but on their own, they're not particularly sustainable love affairs. A lot of introspection, emotional introspection concerning that. You do hook up, I think, with this Three of Cups in the immediate future. It could be a party that I'm seeing here, or a get-together, or maybe with the Three of Cups, this is you involved in with a couple of people, but I think for some of you guys, it doesn't go anywhere with the Five of Cups energy, and it leaves you, you know, your fears are, am I always going to be disappointed? Am I never going to find what I want in terms of love? The overall outcome shows, well, yeah, Three of Swords. Disappointment, really. We do have threes. I think because you're single, it's not love triangles, okay? I think it's more to do with that you probably socialise. Maybe you go out on a date with that Three of Cups energy. It is the kind of socialising and partying and that type of thing. I'm seeing a date here, going out, enjoying yourself, but it's almost like you come back and you say, nah, I didn't meet anyone, a bit disappointed. You know, I'm sick and tired. I'm feeling that I'm always going to be on my own. I'm never going to find what I want with the Four of Cups energy. The overall outcome shows disappointment. Sorry, guys, they are all upright. They're all upright. I'm really sorry about that. Okay, a lot of people are going to be, you know, some people will moan, but what can the tarot reader do? All we can do is read the cards. I decided not to introduce any reversals this month because a lot of people moan about reversals. So I thought, let me just do all upright and see. And it's still this, but we'll see. Let's have a look. So, why are Gemini, single Gemini, showing as being the Two of Cups in the month of July 2018? Why are they showing as being the Two of Cups? Two of Pentacles, sorry. Why are single Gemini showing as being the Two of Pentacles in the month of July 2018? Show me. Right, I think it's to do with work. I think that you guys are juggling with this Two of Pentacles energy, work. I think that you've got a lot to do. You've got a lot on your plate concerning your work here. And I think that as a result of that, you're experiencing the Queen of Cups. And what's this Queen of Cups about? What's this Queen of Cups about for single Geminis? What's this Queen of Cups about? The Chariot. It could be a Cancerian person maybe as a result of this. But I think that you're experiencing a time of emotional introspection, because I think that with the Chariot is about how you kind of move out of just doing work, how you move out of just doing kind of concentrating on. So I think a lot of this is to do with kind of all work and no play for some of you single Geminis. So as a result of this kind of like juggling lots of things into lots of projects or lots of things to do with your work, I think as a result of that the focus is on doing a little bit of introspection. You're saying, well, what do I deserve as the Queen of Cups energy? You're doing a lot of kind of internalized thinking here, working through how you feel about this energy, because really what you want to do, this is about the Chariot. How do I move forward? How do I get what I want? What should I be pursuing besides outside of work? Now, the reason that everything is happening is the Page of Wands. And what's this Page of Wands about? What's this Page of Wands about? This could be communication. The High Priestess or the High Priest. Could be communication maybe. It could have come from a High Priest. Maybe you've received some guidance here, because the Page of Wands is all about communication. It could have been from... so I think that you guys have received some advice more than anything. I'm not saying this is a Taurus person. Could be for some of you guys. But the High Priest usually represents somebody who gives a lot of guidance. So I think that you guys have received some really good advice with this Page of Wands and the High Priest. I think you've received a message. And this will be from somebody who's been able to give you a lot of guidance. And in the recent past, you've experienced the Knight of Wands. And what's this Knight of Wands about? What's this Knight of Wands about? Yeah, I think that in the recent past, what you've experienced is somebody that came in. And it's about love. So this is new love, okay? So the Ace of Wands is, Knight of Wands, sorry, is somebody who, the arrival. It's an arrival card. You get Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, they represent arrivals. So in the recent past, some of you guys might have experienced the arrival of new love with the Ace of Cups. But what's influencing you this month is the Empress. What's the Empress about? What's the Empress about? The Hermit. So it's about a search with the Hermit energy, okay? Because looking into the Empress as well, if you look at him here, he's following the Empress. So what's influencing you now is, I think that this Hermit is this person here, this Knight of Wands. I think some of you guys experience the arrival of a new relationship here with the Ace of Cups energy here, or a new love. Ace of Cups, Page of Cups, a new love card. So the arrival of new love in the recent past, in which what's influencing you now is the Hermit. I think that somebody is... I think in July, somebody is really looking into you as the Empress, Gemini. I think somebody's really looking at your beauty. Somebody's really interested in your beauty. And that's why you're doing a lot of emotional introspection and saying, do I really want to move forward with this situation with the Chariot energy? Okay, some of you guys are going to be like, well, do I really want to do that? Some of you guys are trying to use your intuition to see whether, is this something that's good for me to move forward with? Should I be moving forward with this? And the most likely outcome is you're going to have justice. What's this justice about? What's justice about? Ace of Wands. You'll have justice in a new relationship. Okay? Most likely outcome is you're going to get the relationship you deserve. So justice is getting what you deserve. And this is all about a new passionate relationship with the Ace of Wands. So the more than likely, it's going to be a good start. Remember, aces are just a start. It's not like a 10 of coins, you know what I mean? It's not like something's going to be long lasting. It's not telling you that, but it says more than likely, justice. You're going to get your break. You're going to get your break, and your break is in this new relationship. It's off to a good start with the Ace of Wands. We don't know what happens after that, though. You can never tell because they're aces, so they don't promise anything. Coming in, you're going to experience the Three of Cups, and what's this Three of Cups about? What's this Three of Cups about? The High Priestess. Okay. So I think that you guys, this could be a Pisces person as well. So you guys are going to experience happiness and joy. Could be, it's about the High Priestess. It might be about your intuition telling you something here. Okay, your intuition might be telling you that this is the, you know, the relationship of your dreams. That this is the one. Page of Cups is all about the dream, but it's all about new relationships. It's all about, you know, a loving new relationship, okay? So it might be that you're experiencing with the Three of Cups, a happiness with this Three of Cups, real joy, real kind of a sense of contentment here, because your intuition is telling you that this could be the relationship of your dreams with the Page of Cups energy. But what you guys will experience coming in, and both cards can be Pisces as well. Page of Cups is a Pisces person, High Priestess. So it might be happiness. You might be experiencing a real connection with this Pisces person if it's a Pisces. Coming in though, you're going to experience a single Gemini, the Five of Cups. What's this Five of Cups about in July? What's this Five of Cups about? Okay, so I think that you might be feeling a little bit disappointed, and it's about the Page of Swords. I don't see it as being an argument. I see it as somebody who's not calling you as much. Page of Swords, when that card shows up, sometimes this card can... So this is one of the most tricky cards I find within love. Because Page of Swords can be that you stand up for the truth, you're being honest, but that card can actually also talk about when somebody's not calling you, delayed messages. So you might be feeling upset because somebody's not contacting you as much, for example. Because I'm seeing the arrival of new love here. I'm seeing that the influence is this person's really kind of looking into... I would read you as being this Empress here. If you're not the Empress, then this is you, the Hermit, really looking into whether this relationship can grow, whether it can build, whether it has the potential to start to flourish, whether it's going to be very fruitful. So you'll say to yourself, will this relationship be fruitful? Does it have the potential to grow? And as a result of that, there's a lot of introspection for the month of July 2018 in terms of whether this relationship's going to be successful. And I think that as a result of that, in mid-July, I would say probably some of you guys feeling really happy, feeling very connected to this person, probably very connected to a Pisces individual, or it could be feeling very happy, very connected because your intuition is telling you that this could be the relationship of your dreams. But I think that you might be a little bit upset when this person, there's a delay in this person communicating with you. It seems like they've blocked you out with the Two of Swords. So you might be upset that this person has, you know, isn't communicating as much with the Page of Swords and blocking you out. Could be something like social media. Hopes or fears? Well, fears are the Four of Cups. What's this Four of Cups about? What's the Four of Cups about? The Page of Pentacles. So it might be that your fears are Four of Cups, that maybe this person rejected you for a Page of Pentacles. Four of Cups can also show rejection. Okay, they didn't want what you had to offer. So it might be that your fears are this person rejected me. Could be for a younger model, for example, Page of Pentacles, or it could be, you know, just a younger Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, brown head, especially if you're a woman, younger woman, for example. Sometimes this is younger woman, Page of Pentacles energy. Or it could be that your fears are, what if I never find love here? What if I never find, with the Four of Cups energy, a relationship that I can start to, you know, invest in properly with the Page of Pentacles? The overall outcome is the Three of Swords. And what's the Three of Swords about? What's the Three of Swords about for single Geminis? I think you're heartbroken. It's about somebody, a magician. This is magician upright or reversed can show us somebody who's been manipulating you. Narcissist is often the magician. They often say stuff and they can show you stuff, but whether they continue it is another matter. Okay. I think that you're feeling heartbroken by the end of July for some of you guys, and this is all about magician. This magician is the Knight of Wands here. This is the Knight of Wands. So the magician is the person that came in. You're heartbroken over somebody who pulled the wool over your eyes. This person, you know, brought in a lot of they orchestrated. I think this person orchestrated, you know, the Five of Wands, some form of division in the relationship. Five of Wands shows conflict. I think that you're upset by the end of July 2018. And this is all about somebody who orchestrated this sadness or this tension within the relationship. The magician, remember, what does he look like? He looks like a conductor. He looks like he's orchestrating. And the Five of Wands is all about a conflict. This person who started the conflict within you, started the rage. And the rage can also be the rage of love, for example. Somebody who started a fire. Maybe the fire was to do with your hopes, your dreams. I think you're heartbroken because this person really did orchestrate. They created this fire within you to dream with the star energy here. Perhaps to dream of a new life with the Karma card, Judgment. To dream that you could have rebirth and a new life with this individual. Because I think that somebody, I mean, I know it's not the best reading. I'm sorry, Gemini. It's the way that the cards come out. Don't have a go, please. I'm tired of, sick to death of seeing people coming on and saying, oh, but, you know, this is such a negative. Look, they're all upright. Nothing is reversed. I haven't reversed any cards, and it's the way it is. It's the way that the universe used me as a conduit on these general readings. I'm always telling the truth. I've never lied to you in a reading. I never will do that. Not to anyone. Because it's not my remit. I'm a straight talker. I'm a straight person. I'm like that as a person. Anybody that knows me knows I ain't going to bullshit no one on nothing. I never have done and I never will do. I think that somebody smashes your dreams. And the way that I interpret card, I go with what my intuition tells me to do on these cards. Fuck, just, I know all the general meanings of the cards. But at the end of the day, I'll always go with what I feel is right on these cards as well. Alright? Somebody came in and they did something. And then they kind of just didn't see it through, I think, for some of you guys in July 2018. This could be a situation that's rolling over into July as well for some of you single gems. Okay? So I think what's happened is that in July 2018, you guys are very busy. Two of Pentacles. You're showing as being the Two of Pentacles. So you're juggling, and I think this is to do with the work. Lots of work. You're doing lots of work here. But as a result of that, the energy for the month for you guys is... doing lots of, well, no, let's start here. I think you're focusing definitely on your work, doing lots of juggling in terms of work. There are two working cards, Pentacles. But the root issue for you guys is that you have received some good guidance. And that guidance could be, you know, well, while you're doing a lot of work, why don't you just get out and about and do something different, you know what I mean? Why you always concentrate on your work? Get out. You know, come out. The summertime, let's go out, let's enjoy ourselves. All you do is focus on work. What about love? And you say, okay, let's go out. This is your friend here probably telling you shit. And as a result of that, I think that you guys, love comes in. The arrival of the Knight of Wands and love. So there's an arrival of love coming in here from an individual. And this person, what's influencing the month is this person's really looking into you. If you're the Empress, they're really quite taken aback by your beauty, by your shape, by your figure, by your healthiness, by your gorgeousness. If this is you, I think you're looking into this Empress, but you're looking into this person that you're falling in love with, or you're not falling in love, but falling for quite quickly, and saying, is there the potential here to develop something with this? And as a result of that, the month is kind of taken up with you guys doing a lot of introspection here, emotional introspection on the Chariot, on whether you can move forward within this relationship. The most likely outcome will be that, yeah, you'll have justice in this new relationship, or in this start, because it's all about the start of it, you see. The Ace of Wands is the start of the relationship, so you are going to find balance at the start, I would say, of this relationship, because it's all about the start. So you're going to be finding balance, you're going to get what you deserve, and it's all about the Ace of Wands, the start. So you'll get what you want at the start, I think, of this relationship. But I think from here, this arrival of love, looking into you, this person looking into you, you looking into them, wondering, is there the potential to develop something here? And then around the July, you know, in the July time, the focus is on, you know, introspectively, is this something that can move forward? Is this something that can be successful? As a result of that, what you'll experience in the first 2 weeks is this Three of Cups. Some of you guys feeling really good, really happy. With if this person's a Pisces person, Page of Cups is Pisces, High Priestess is Pisces. Or for some of you guys feeling really good with the Three of Cups, or maybe you feel that you've got a shared connection. Maybe it's being discussed between the both of you that with the Three of Cups, shared connection, Three of Cups in terms of dreams. So maybe you guys sharing a dream together and saying, yeah, this is where we want this relationship to go. Or this is you feeling really happy because your intuition is telling you that this is the one. This is the person of your dreams. However, I feel that you guys are going to be feeling some disappointment coming in with that Five of Cups when this person seems to delay calling you, or texting you, or emailing you and blocking you out. They seem to have put some boundaries up. Might have even blocked some of you guys off. I don't know what these social things are. Instagram maybe, I don't know, Facebook, whatever, put up a block against you for some reason. You're like, what the fuck's going on here? I thought we discussed all of this. I thought this was going good. Your fears are this, the person might have abandoned or rejected you from another person. This Page of Pentacles could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn individual, or this person has rejected the idea maybe of building a relationship with you. The outcome, I think, leaves some of you guys a bit heartbroken. You single Geminis with the Three of Swords energy showing here. And this is about this person, this magician, this person that created this fire in you with the Five of Wands. And that's the fire, I think, of hope that this could be render a new beginning, a new life with the Karma card. I think that this person, I think it shows here where this person did what they did. I think that they really, I think that not only were you guys, your intuition telling you that this could be the person of your dreams, but also I think there was a shared kind of mental connection or a shared connection with this, because this is mental connection as well, a shared connection in terms of what you were both aiming for, what you were both dreaming about. So you might have even spoken about this in this area here, you know, and therefore in the outcome there's real disappointment here. Three of Swords energy, you're feeling really upset because this person ignited. The Magician means to start a flame, and the Five of Wands is a big flame, so it's almost like igniting a flame of hope that there could be with the Karma card a new beginning, a new life, and this person didn't see it through. But the advice card is for you single gents. Look, you deserve love. You do deserve love, and you are fucking lovable. So if any of this resonates, and I hope it doesn't with a lot of you guys, but if it resonates with some of you single Geminis, don't let it put you off, because you do deserve love. Sometimes you're just going to find that there are douchebags in life. Sometimes you're just going to find that there are very big douchebags and self-serving idiots out there that don't give a shit and that use people for their own purposes. They are duly called narcissists. And this is one of them. Whenever you get that Knight of Wands, he's a fucking narcissist anyway. So don't let it put you off, guys, okay? So if any of you guys experience anything like that, don't let that put you off. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. There's always going to be somebody good out there. Go to the what's blocking you from finding true love card reading, okay? That'll expand a little bit more about this. But, you know, don't let it put you off, because you do deserve love, and you definitely, if you're single, you're bloody well going to find it. This is just some rotten little douchebag. Don't let it affect you. It's not worth it. Alright, love you guys loads. Speak to you soon. Take care. And your generals are up next door, okay? So check that out if you fancy it. Take care, guys. Bye.